Do you know the other day, right? The other day. It's so loud. The other day, during the finale, right, of season 2, big episode, right. And I'm trying to get this out and quick, sorted, done quickly, so I can get it out there into the world because it's a big episode and people are waiting for me. I had to pause it about 7 different times because of the children screaming, shouting, just doing all kind of things. But then also Lydia just go, Sean! And then literally just started as if we're going to kick in, and then here they come to ruin the day.
Here she comes to wreck the day!
Hi there guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jake, this is Charlie. You're here for another reaction, and today we are reacting to Doctor Who Season 4 Episode 15. I guess 15? What? Season 4 Episode 15. Considering, well, what I was about to say before you went, what? Is that, remember when I told you this is the year of specials?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had the Christmas special last episode. So technically, in the run of the season, look away quickly whilst I have a look here. I think it is considered episode. Well, again, on actually, yeah, you got it up here. On the on BBC iPlayer, it's not listed as a technically a. So, episode 13 was the finale, and then everything after that's just the title. There's no number next to it. But if we're looking at it as in numbers, this would be episode 15.
All right.
Okay. Do you remember what happened in the last episode?
Yep.
Okay. Would you like to tell the audience?
No.
Okay. So we're going to jump into this, guys.
It was a Christmas special.
Have you dyed your hair?
No,
You
it look more ginger.
More ginger, yeah. I've just literally just taken it in.
Might be the dust.
Maybe actually, yeah. Do you know people there's a guy at work that is spreading. He thinks it's all I don't care, but obviously I don't care because I'm about to rant about it now. But he keeps on telling people that I dye my hair.
What's it? Because it's not the same colour as your
Same
beard.
colour as my beard, yeah. So he thinks it, but he also thinks that my hair colour is different from when I first started there a year ago. And I'm just like, it is a hazard, and it's to the point now where it keeps getting brought up. And now it's people asking like, so what product do you use? Like, I don't use any products. But anyway, got distracted. What happened in the last episode?
It
was a special. So what kind of special was it?
It was a Christmas special.
Yeah, with. You're stalling.
With.
It was with the Cybermen. It was with the Cybermen in like the 1800s with a guy who considered himself to be the Doctor. And he had all these aspects of the Doctor. However, he actually didn't end up being the Doctor. He just had psychotic. I don't want to say this rude, not, but psychotic episode because he lost his wife and his child was taken from him.
Yeah, that was it.
So and then they defeated the Cyberman cyber. What was she? Was she Cyberman? No, what was she? Cyber King. She was the Cyber King. Yes. Defeated the Cyber King. She realised what she had done. Blew all their fucking brains off, and herself got exploded everywhere. And the Doctor sent the big old spider, Cyber King, in somewhere in time and space.
Yep.
So yeah, so I thought I would do that because I knew you would struggle with that one because it was again a throwaway episode. We're in the era of specials, and there's would have been about 2 weeks since the other one, so maybe. So yeah, I knew you were going to struggle with that. So special, Charlie. If this is going to be a special, what do you think the theme would be for this one?
The Apprentice.
So Charlie says that because basically I quickly want to do a sound check to make sure his headphones working, and he heard literally less than a second worth of the opening, and he heard a bit of music, and he's like, "So the Apprentice." So Charlie thinks it's now a Doctor Who episode that is inspired or replicating the Apprentice.
Lord Sugar's going to be an alien.
I think he already appeared in Doctor Who at some point, thinking about it. But like as him on like the TV going, "You're fired."
Oh.
You know, that was... No. He hasn't appeared yet. He hasn't. It's such a throwaway thing. No, it hasn't appeared yet. No. It's such a throwaway thing. It's not spoiling or anything, but yeah. I felt like I've spoiled something for you. But it is literally just a throwaway thing that happens. So, but yeah. So you think it's going? That's the special.
And Rose comes back.
Holy fucking shit! I thought I was done with this.
Well, not anymore. She's back now, isn't she? She's the new Doctor. Well, Billy Piper's the new... Oh, is it? No, everyone would have watched it by now, no? I don't know.
I was wondering whether that would have got to you. And I knew it would straight away because your algorithm started to do it.
It was on the news. I saw on
Fucking
ITV
journalists
News.
ruining Doctor Who all the time.
Yeah, I saw the whole thing.
So, no, nothing's confirmed as her being the Doctor.
Be quite weird if she was, if I'm on. Well, she will be the Doctor,
It's not been
but
confirmed.
it's quite weird.
It's not been confirmed. Let's put it this way. Is that when introducing the Doctor, the next Doctor, it's always been and introducing blah blah as the Doctor. It just says and introducing Billy Piper. No suggestion of who she is.
As the nurse.
Women can be doctors as well, Charlie. That is awful. That's how we're starting this. Is this how we're starting this?
I struggle.
In the spirit of The Apprentice, is this how we're starting this?
I struggle to get that one out. I'm actually sorry. I love women, and respect, and
Go on, please. Keep digging this hole.
I
Please.
mean, Margaret
Yes.
Thatcher. She was a woman in high order, and go women. Woo!
I can't believe you've said this on my channel. I can't believe, as a fucking joke, I can't believe you brought up that fucking witch on this channel. On that note, I think I'm not even going to bother with this now. No, we'll leave it there before he says anything to wind me up. Do you know you don't say a lot of things to annoy me,
Did that annoy you?
but bringing up her name, even in a jokey way, there was a moment when I was like, "Oh, I want to punch this."
See, I was gonna drop it just to be annoying, but you done it yourself.
I'm gonna have to write down. I said a C-bomb. Anyway, I'm gonna write down the time I said that. So anyway, we're gonna jump into this, guys. So we hope that he enjoyed this episode. We hope you enjoy this reaction, and if you do, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. That'll be superb. But other than that, see you on the other side.
No,
What?
it's not The Apprentice.
Oh, what gave that away, Charlie? The fact that it's seasonal stuff and The Apprentice isn't a season.
How do you know it's seasonal? How would I know it's seasonal?
If they do Christmas specials, and I said it's the list of specials, and I said there's Christmas specials, what other special could it be? Your first instinct was to go for The Apprentice special.
Yeah, like a fun special. Like, was it on the
Just-
BBC?
Just live. The Apprentice actually is BBC, I think.
Exactly.
Night, boys.
Seen a couple of obvious design flaws already. So, here's the thing, right? I just want to quickly talk about this here because this is not something at all. I'm just watching this now. Just came to me. Why would they need a hatch at the top of that dome? And for what reason?
I was thinking that she cut it, but obviously, like, it was too smooth.
Listen, if that person can cut that circle, they wouldn't have to steal. They could just literally draw circles for a living and get millions, like perfect circles. What?
A tool.
But then how did they not realise someone is cutting away at a fucking ceiling?
She done a busy
And no,
time.
but it's a hatch though. That's what I mean. So she's lifted up the hatch and the hole's there.
I think she cut it.
Nah. But then also, why have you given yourself the getting boxed in like that, but then not having a top layer?
Yeah. I was also thinking, why do they face the other way? Why don't they have people facing both ways? You know?
Back to back sort of thing.
Yeah. Or like, yeah.
No one could ever rob us, by the way.
No.
We're too secure, but still, ridiculous. That also gives it away, the sound.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to escape.
This is an amazing police response.
That card paying device thing, that's a lobster card, am I right?
Oyster card.
Oh, well, that's the problem, you see. I only use my oyster when there's an R in the month.
It's April.
No.
Just in time, mate.
Doctor, that's the doctor.
Gave me away.
His Converse. No, it was his jacket.
Hello, I'm the Doctor. Happy Easter.
Oh, it's Easter themed, right?
This is the Easter special. Michelle Ryan, she was in EastEnders years ago, and she was supposed to be the next big thing going out of EastEnders, going into break into America. She did an American TV show after this where she was like they were trying to show like, oh my god, she's gonna make it. She didn't make it in Hollywood, but she shattered the audience of EastEnders with everyone like, well, if you ask anyone where were you when you found out that about Kat Slater's sister was actually her daughter, and everyone will tell you where they were. Kind of like 9/11, where were you when that happened, or you ask people who were you with, where were you when you found out about that in Britain and Ireland. Obviously, it's huge. Massive. I can't remember where I was,
Okay.
but some people say that. No, but it was shouted like it. Literally, the whole thing was like she screams and she goes, "You're not my mother!" Gives her that 4-second beat, and then she goes, "Yes, I am!" A secret she's kept secret for 30 years, but suddenly she had to shout it in that argument just to win. So, if you
I think I've seen that clip.
you would
before.
no, you would have again. That's what I mean. It was like literally TV gold, like for that era. It was crazy, man. Fucking hell, riots in the streets. You should have seen it.
All units in pursuit.
How would it be slower than a bus?
974. Gold.
Units now arriving at the north entrance.
It's not going to come out the other side. Because the driver said just in time or something to the doctor. So like they're going to like time vortex into space. Split a rift in reality.
Charlie, I'm fairly certain he meant as in just in time. I was about to close the doors. You fucking
It's under
idiot.
183 at the far end.
Yeah, what, sweetheart?
The voices. So many voices.
Go on, say it. Say it.
This is
No,
going round.
Fascinating.
no, I'm not going to.
Say it.
I'm not going to.
Because you're right.
The guy from Get Out,
Daniel Kaluuya.
Daniel Kaluuya.
Yep.
Okay.
This was again as you go on, you'll notice a lot more people at the start of the career, especially English, British and Irish actors. They will be in this in Doctor Who. So yeah, this is Daniel Kaluuya at the start.
Alright, I thought, Jesus, how old is he then?
God, he would probably be. I'd say he's probably. Oh, let's have a look rather than guess.
Well, I was
shall we?
thinking this is quite a while ago, even if he was starting his career. But
Daniel Kaluuya was born in 89, and
he's 36.
yeah, he's about that. Yeah, but then this Doctor Who episode. So yeah, going off it, he was in a couple of things before this. He was in Skins, then he was in Doctor Who in 2009. So he was 18, so he was 20 years old in this.
I was right.
Units in position, sir.
What? He just got smashed up in the tunnel. What you know?
No.
Sorry to report, but
End of the line.
I think you may have been right.
Call it a hunch, but I think.
Me too.
And what's your...
Blah. No, it tastes like.
Dead. Dead sand.
What's wrong?
People.
you, mate. I'm going home, mate. So don't.
Not even a bit of meat on him, but his bus badge was able to stay a little bit intact.
Point 5. The crucial
It's
thing
mad
is
that in this group of people you have David Tennant. So David Tennant is an icon of British film and television, right? Icon. Didn't really hit America as what they thought they would, right? Then you have your woman here who was supposed to be tipped to be the next big thing coming out of British film and television, who's going to break it big in America. And then the biggest person in this is Daniel Kaluuya.
Yeah. And people probably just watched it and thought,
People, exactly that. Nothing of it.
not panic.
But there's bigger
Quite
stairs to
apart
come.
from anything else, the smell of sweat
Literal
outside
stairs.
this thing is
It's about
reaching atrocious
space,
levels.
space.
We don't need to add any more. For your 6, team identification.
We do the lottery twice a week,
You don't look like millionaires.
but we win £10. Every week, twice a week.
Death is coming.
We're gonna die.
Oh, I knew it, man. I said so.
Calm down out here. No one's gonna.
Christina, your girlfriend?
Not yet.
Good boy. What about you, Nathan?
Nice couple of chops and gravy. Nothing special.
Oh, that's
I love
special.
Lou
That's
already.
so special.
He's gonna die.
Chops and gravy.
They're gonna kill
What about you,
him.
Christina? Watching TV, Mike and Suzanne, and poor old Tina.
Hey.
Isolate the area.
Yes, Mom.
Recognise
Establish
her?
an exclusion zone. Any medium.
She was in the episode Turn Left. You know, with the couple with when Rose was there and Donna, and then that's when he was showing her the inside of his hair. And she had to beat her on her back.
She had to beat a lot.
No, that's when.
Oh, I know the episode.
Yeah.
But I
but
can't remember.
Yeah,
her.
she was the unit officer in that.
Oh right. I can't
Yeah.
remember
So
that.
she's this.
Oh.
This is in her first appearance.
Right. Okay.
Holidays in the Kalahari.
Yeah, but those wheels go deep. What?
Sand.
Oh, sad.
Little grains of sand.
Anyone know mechanics?
Anakin Skywalker,
I did a 2-week
and I don't like sand. Boom! Reference you don't get.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
And then try stripping the air.
The reason why that's liar. Holy shit! You scared the shit out of me. Have you done? You've just done Anakin from episode 3.
I love you.
Liar!
So you've seen nothing but clips from Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh my god. We already just talked about this. He's asked. I don't know how we got onto it, but we talked about Star Wars. You've not seen a single Star Wars.
Nah. Actually, no.
You've never seen a Star Wars?
I saw one more latest one with Kylo Ren. You brought me to see.
No, I didn't bring to see shit like that. Don't you dare put that on me.
Cinema.
Don't you dare put that on me.
It was
No.
either you or Sean.
It was Sean. Don't you blame him for you seeing
think
that
it
in
was
cinema.
you.
No, it wasn't me. I only saw those with my mates,
Oh, so
and you were
maybe-
too young that you wouldn't have come with us on those occasions. I'm fairly certain. But anyway, I don't blame. Put your trauma on my doorstep. Fuck you. Well, okay, hold on. Spare it there. From what I remember, I hated that trilogy of films. I am doing the rewatch, which I was telling you about earlier. And I will watch those again, and I'll see if I still fucking hate them.
It didn't seem that bad when I watched it.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Well, I was like, what, 8?
You were
or
like 8 at the
something.
time, and of course, and space! It's pew pew! It's going to be like that to you. That's why I was like watching it the first time around, but the original and the prequels. But anyway, since seeing Andor, it's changed. But I have a certain level of Star Wars I want now. Saying that, I still like the pew pews. Anyway, moving on.
As fast as you can. Gotta remember the number. Very important number.
Hello, Pizza Geronimo.
And again.
Might I say, sir, it's an honor.
Did you just salute?
No,
The reset. It's about the bar.
just the man you need. He's a genius.
Oh, is he? We'll see about that.
Do you recognise him?
It's the doctor.
Kind of. What, from previous episodes?
No.
From something else.
From something else. I'll be shocked. I'll be kind of shocked if you will.
Let me see his face
But
again.
let's hear how it goes.
A bit of a sore throat. Do you mean
The doctor. Doctor.
I know?
Anything?
No, it's
So
not
that is
hitting me.
that is Lee Evans. Lee Evans is. You say Lee Evans to anyone in this family, they will know who that man is. He is one of the funniest comedians.
Oh yes.
We watched him grow. Well, we watched him growing up. I think it was obviously the gap between us. I think by then he sort of like he stopped doing as many tours, and there was other comedians coming through stuff like that. But one of the funniest bastards. His specials, and I saw him live, and this is when people were like, "Oh, he's not what he used to be." Even then, I was in fucking tears. Guys, unreal. He's the one that's on stage that sweats all the time.
Yeah, and he's like,
Come
going mad.
on, monkey boy! He does all the voices, and
Yeah.
He's fucking. If anyone hasn't seen Lee Evans, watch him. He might not be your tape, but fuck me, I absolutely love him. But yeah, he's. I believe he's English, but he's actually he's got an English accent. But he is from Wales, or he's half Welsh, and he lives in Wales and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's him putting on an accent.
We all.
I mean, I've read all the files.
Really? What was your favourite? The giant robot? No. Hold on. Let's sort out that one hole. Excuse me.
I'm measuring an oscillation of 15 Malcolms per second.
15 what?
15 Malcolms. It's my own little term.
You named a unit of measurement after yourself.
Well, it didn't do me. The doctor called me a genius. I know, I heard.
Now run a capacity scan. I need a.
You're my new best friend.
And you're mine too, sir.
Barkley, I'm holding on to this.
You're mine. He's gone.
They devour.
I thought she was going to say Jeff again.
Hold on, busy.
What?
Vashta Nevada.
I remember they live in the shadows. They are in the shadows. So I could have let that stew and think, but I'm going to nip that in the bud quickly because there's too much logic to it not being that.
Yeah.
You stupid asshole.
At least I did have a pack that's easy to edit.
Since I met you, Christina, we've been through all the extremes.
That's how I like things. Extreme.
She's filth.
Beautiful. The honourable lady, Christina. At least I hope she's honourable. But we got pulled through that wormhole.
Back.
That is not jiggling it back.
He could be in any machine as long as he kicks it. It works for him.
Frequently. Okay. You know Time Lord. Anyway.
He's such a flirt.
He's such a flirt. He's just a little whore.
They can help.
I said there was something in the sand.
It's dead. It's the people. It's the 100 billion.
City, the oceans.
Oh.
Mountains.
The people.
The wildlife. And 100
Oh,
so when you said that, I was like, oh, he's so close to getting it. I was like, because you did say he was the dead, but it is technically it is still death because everything that was there is now dead. But it wasn't just dead people. It was everything. It was everything. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, oh, so close. If you like, but I think that's worthy of you to say well done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would never have guessed that it was like a whole.
Yeah. No. Of course. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, she was saying death is coming, so it makes sense that you were like, yes.
Malcolm, tell me the bad news.
Oh, you are clever. It is bad news. It's the worm.
Oh, sorry. Call waiting. Gotta go.
Call waiting.
He's a devil. Then. Of metal.
Yeah, real
Extruded
close.
into the exoskeleton. So their velocity.
Real
makes the
close.
wormhole.
As in them two.
Then their body.
Oh,
They're literally physically quite close to each other.
Perfect design. Worse it gets, the more I love it.
You guys are both filth.
Yeah.
It's like a storm.
If it rains, we got water. No water.
Oh.
All of it.
It's just how wrong she is.
And here she is to bring down the fucking mood.
Had this friend once. She called me Spaceman.
And was she right? Did you know about the place in a rocket?
Wow. Travels in more than space.
He's trying to recruit her.
Through time, Christina. That little blue box. I stole it. From my own people.
Is that the first you've heard of that?
You were right.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's what I did. She was just thinking the first time mentioned in New Who that he took the TARDIS without permission, just decided to travel. That's the first time you did okay. If unless because you got memory of a goldfish when it comes to this. Was it, or does anyone remember one from earlier in New Who? If it's in Old Who, we won't. Yeah. Okay, child. Do you want to scream a little bit more?
Down there, but your body heat is raising the temperature.
I tend to have that effect.
Just get up.
Phil, stop all this flirting, you horny bastards. That's why you'll never make it. I would. I'd just be flirting one. I wouldn't do all these good things. I would literally just be saying all the right things just for him to be like, I'll bring you along in the TARDIS. And then when shit hits the fan, I won't be able to do fuck all other than just flirt with him. Alright, okay, I'll try my best to be better than just flirting. Fucking hell, sorry, Tig.
I think that's fair enough, though. No, not him. You. I mean, I might put in an application because Rose is the doctor now.
So we don't know that, so...
No, but if she is, I'll happily be a companion. How do you apply?
First, he has to be attractive, so I'm sorry. There's no chance. And there's no comments to prove that either. Shall we move on?
Yeah.
200, all of us.
Oh, actually saying that, hold on. I've been out there. Because one person commented one time saying you should stop being mean to him. Right? I remember someone saying that at one time. That was, I can't remember who it was. That's a joke because there was someone who said in an episode, by the time this comes out, months back, saying, oh my god, Charlie's so attractive or something like that. And I commented underneath it as a joke saying, no he isn't. Along the lines of that. But then Charlie was going to do a shout out for that person because since we've heard about that, he was going to do a shout out for them because it's the first recording since they put that comment, and he wanted to find out their name. They've deleted the comment, so that's why that was in response
YouTube
to that.
got rid of it.
Or YouTube, yeah. They didn't.
They weren't embarrassed.
They took back everything. They took back. You know what it was? They probably put it right at the start of the video, and as time on, I was like, "Bro, this guy's a real ignorant piece of shit." No! Gobbled them up easily. Didn't even shoot once. Didn't even shoot once.
He's a good friend, though.
You're a good friend, yeah. Well, you know, Captain didn't go down with ship, went down with his friend. But that was literally on board. That was on par with the doctor with Martha going without shooting. And there was another one in the most recent one we watched. It was not that long ago. They ran at him.
It was the doctor, wasn't it? No. Yep.
No, it was someone else. There was a most recent one we referred back to it saying like they just ran at him again like your man. I can't remember what it was. I'm trying to go through the episodes in my head. I don't think it was Turn Left. I don't think it was. Oh no, it was. It was the finale when they were running at Davros with the gun, both of them. Well, no, the doctor ran out. The doctor, the one that grew from his hand, came out of the TARDIS and he had the gun and ran at him. That was it. There we go. Anyway, yeah, but he didn't shoot once. So you're shit. You deserve to die. Anyway, move on.
Hey, yo, what the fuck? Fair dues. He's a busy man. I'm ready. Ready for I don't know, you tell me.
We'll try to get back, but listen,
Could that be a compressed burst of feedback on a counter-oscillation, perchance?
Oh, Malcolm, you're brilliant.
Coming from you, sir, that means the world.
I wonder what's going to happen to Christina when they get out. Now, will she be arrested?
There was a lot of flirting, Charlie. Heavy flirting.
Nah, but he won't.
Heavy.
He wouldn't bring some. Actually, no, he did it with Donna. I was going to say he wouldn't bring someone from a special as a companion. But she was supposed to go big, so she can't be the next companion. She's not the next companion.
Charlie.
She's not the next.
She's going to be a companion for one night. Heavy flirting.
So you're just a dirty bastard, and I'm just a Whovian.
Charlie, I assure you, all Whovians are dirty bastards. Have you not seen some of the fucking things people say on? No. Oh, you should see some of the dirty bastards on there. Oh my goodness, yeah.
No, I'd rather not.
Oh yeah, the filth. I'm the leader of it, but filth still.
Hey, use this.
I said gold.
It is gold.
Oh, I saw you coming.
He looks so fucking pissed.
I'm surprised that. Am I?
What?
I'm surprised the doctor said to do that. That is
what?
Ruining history.
Yeah, but also I think history, life, preservation of life rather than history. I think life will become before history, and the story will live on regardless of the chalice. Let's say. Okay, Pumpkin.
Promise me you'll be careful.
He's gonna bash that.
He's the doctor! How many times has he saved our lives?
Exactly, preach!
I won't let you, man. I simply
He's
won't.
gonna pull a gun out.
I mean, why would you think that?
Right, I will never surrender. Never.
Yes, Malcolm! So I'm actually thinking about it, I didn't think about it. Malcolm is an actual joke on with Lee Evans because Malcolm, every time Lee Evans does a sketch and he talks about a certain, if he has to talk about someone random, he would always use the name Malcolm. He was like, you would just see some guy called Malcolm or something, and he would always use Malcolm in each one of his shows at some point, if not multiple times. So when I think RTD probably wrote this, he's then actually named him Malcolm in this. So, little fun fact. I never brought up at the time.
Jesus Christ.
Malcolm! Not now! I'm busy! 500 garnets! Right now!
You would be pissed
Yeah.
if you were then just missing it by that much, spinning around the world all that time just to then get it closed right in front of you. Interesting that they can travel through a wormhole, but a couple of missiles to them are doing quite a bit of damage.
But they're just metal though, isn't it?
Yeah, but if they can look at what happened to your man that
Yeah, and
went
his
through.
badge survived.
Yeah, but my point is that it's just metal that, but maybe a good point because maybe it's just the metal isn't actually. It's not necessarily about how dense it is, but look at the bus. In that sense, look at the bus, how big the bus, and how much metal was there.
Paint.
And did you just say paint? Oh,
Yeah. Paint.
keep going.
The paint oxidized
Oh, shut the fuck
the
up.
metal
Anyway,
on the bus.
but have a look at the bus, how damaged that was, and look at these motherfuckers coming through. Exoskeleton metal, perfect still. That means that there's more, it's more to it, but yet this is taking them out. I just find that, well, a little bit interesting. Get fucked, nerd. Easy.
This is the first time they've
They
won.
actually won, yeah. They probably don't know what to do.
I was lying.
Knew it.
You must be Malcolm.
Oh, I love you!
I love you.
I love you!
Come on, Doctor. Show me the stars.
No.
What?
People have travelled with me and I've lost them. Lost them all. Never again.
I'm
You look like an
arresting
idiot,
you
by the way.
on suspicion of theft.
Actually, no, you
I
said that she wouldn't be.
But
did
not
you,
like that.
Not like that. Not the savagery that was the doctor
Wow.
saying, get fucked. That sort of thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anything, etc., etc.
No,
Denison,
wow.
take her away.
Actually, hold on. That fucker just said, was doing reading her rights, but then said, well, this might not be the same in England as in America, but if you incorrectly read them their rights there, then they actually, that means that the arrest is unlawful and you can't be charged for it. At least in America, I know that, at least in certain states, if not across the board, if you don't read them their rights correctly, they can get that the charges dropped and they can't charge you in any way to do with that charge.
I'll just be starting like repeating what they're saying, like to throw them off. Yeah, exactly.
To say, he's talking to you, your mum, your mum, your mum, your mum, your mum.
Because your song is ending, sir. It is returning. It is returning through the dark. He will knock 4 times.
She's been a ray of sunshine this entire episode. You good there, buddy?
This has been a bit of a
mixed bag.
Just this last ending bit. It's just
you hear going la la la.
Yeah, exactly.
We're flying the bus. oh,
yeah.
fuck.
I knew he'd do something to try and help her out. This is more of a special ending.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah. That brief 5 minutes was just out of character.
Yeah. It's like watching the ending of Grease.
Grease, isn't it? That literally, that was going up into the sky. That was literally going to. She just, and then shot was her just floating in space, just dead. Like. Oh, that's good. It's good shit. That's good fun shit. Minus the 5 minutes.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Oh. And that, guys, by our reaction to Doctor Who Season 4, Episode 15 / the Easter Special, titled Planet of the Dead. Charlie, thoughts?
Well, I really liked it.
Yeah.
Trying to think. Out of all the specials we've had so far.
Well, again, this is the first non-Christmas special.
Yeah, but I mean,
so,
just out of specials, I think that might be my favourite one.
And I'll tell you why, because Christmas specials have a thing about it where it's family friendly. Don't get me wrong, a lot of them have non-family elements to it, but it is that whole sort of like it's Christmas. Ooh.
Yeah.
They'll always bring back to that, and it has that feel to it. Whereas this one, it's a standalone episode. So let's put it this way: if this episode was put into season 4 just as a normal episode by itself.
By that ending, yeah, I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, so let's say that it got back to the whole sort of like it was them stuck on the alien spaceship, was able to get back in time, and then the Doctor then goes, right, cool, pulls up, and he goes, yeah, that's it, and then she gets in the thing, flies off. Doesn't have to be a whole sort of oh, I've lost all these people, and it doesn't include that 5 minutes where it's that and it's her, he will knock 4 times. It won't include that.
Oh no, I was saying get rid of the flying thing and keep the knock 4 times thing in, and then I would be happy with that.
In that season.
In season 4,
but
yeah.
more than likely, in a season that foreboding sort of stuff probably wouldn't have been kept. It would have just been she runs off and he gets the bus and stuff like that. But would you have been? Would you? I think as a standalone episode, I think you would have been like, yeah, like you said, you're enjoying this one more because I think it's special. You like out of all the specials, I've enjoyed this one more because it probably hasn't got the Christmas element to it. But if that was an episode in a season, I think you would have like it was good. It was good
to watch.
Good to watch. Yeah, it's not something like which I know I've known the slate, but love the monsters. But what was the episode that you hated? Thinking about it, because there has been some redonkulous episodes we've watched.
Feed Me. Did I hate
that?
The
Wire. Yeah, The Wire with there was The Wire with when Rose's face was gone.
Yeah.
Trying to think of season 3. I hated the one with Shakespeare. But I'm trying to think of anything in season 3 that may have wound you up. There's definitely one where you were like, oh my god, this is going to be awful, isn't it? I can't remember which one it was.
Was it the drawing monster?
Fear Her, yeah. Yeah, another one I don't like.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, it wouldn't be on that sort of level, but again, it wouldn't be on like the level of Girl on the Fireplace, Blink, anything from season 4, like anything like that. Like if that was in season 4, I think that episode, that would be you'd probably go like you would put it on the episode probably with the fat, I'd say.
Maybe.
Yeah.
No, but yeah.
You know what I mean. So
yeah.
I mean, what did you think of Lady Christina D'Souza?
I don't know. I thought maybe I was just used to having Donna, and I thought maybe it was just a bit too flirty, which is why I wouldn't have wanted her as a companion in the first place.
But that's your opinion now, because again, when you had Rose towards the end, like literally at the end of season 2, you were like, oh, okay. And
season 4 is miles better than season 2.
But that's what I mean. But then that's what. So I think that's what the thing is that you had. For me, is that you had people always have Rose up there, and that's their thing. But they have Rose up there, but then what is then you have the idea with it, like because you only really know Doctor Who minus season 1. But even season 1, people might say that there was some flirtation between the Doctor and Rose. But up until that point, there's that sort of like he's a flirt, he's attractive, he gets over her, blah blah. But then you get season 4, where you then get this like sort of sexual. You don't get any sexual tension between them, and they are like brother sister, best mates, that sort of thing. And it then opens you up to a whole sort of like, oh,
you're looking at it from a different
angle, and you go, actually, I much prefer this way rather than the romantic way. So when you then revert back to the idea, sort of like, oh, they're flirting, it's like
it's something I could probably take for an episode or 2.
Yeah, but then
like. If you start having a romance when Donna was around, not with Donna, but with someone else, no episode or whatever, I went, no, yeah, that's all right. Yeah. But
because I was trying to think in season 4 if there was that, but going through it, there wasn't anything to do. The only thing was River Song. That was the only thing, and that was more than just.
That wasn't them flirting.
That wasn't them flirting. It was more sort of. It was a little bit, but it wasn't. You know what I mean? It was a different sort of level. So, yeah, it was it's an yeah. I get what you mean. You could probably keep it for a little bit, but that would have been it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I liked her.
Yeah.
But I don't think she would have suited as a companion anyway.
Yeah. I mean, again, I think there's a thing to do with companions. I find that is that her energy is so forward, so arrogant. She very much not arrogant, but not in a bad way. Is that she's so forward that
not outgoing, but I get what you mean.
yeah,
I get what you mean.
is that it's like they. Sorry guys, if you can hear the kids next door, they're having bath time, and it's the loudest it can be. But it doesn't. Yeah, it's they've. Oh, sorry, the kids were so loud. Like there, it reached through. I forgot where I was.
She's
saying.
Arrogant, outgoing.
Yeah. Is that you have to sort of like not saying that the companion
has to be,
it has to be like sort of beneath, but to have that forward is a thing. There's like a back and forth that they can go forward, and then the Doctor comes back, but then but they also make the Doctor drop down to the human level of it as well.
Yeah.
Whereas again, her
it would
thing
have just been an ego battle.
exactly. Her thing there, like you said, was like, oh, I do it for the adventure. Let's go do video. So she isn't about doing it about obviously seeing the stairs and stuff like that. It's a good thing, but it's not necessarily about saving people. For her, it's just adventure and seeing things and doing things.
Yeah.
It's like if it came to a push comes to stuff, I think that she would be one of those ones that would be more inclined to be like, well, fuck them. Let's let them die because we have to survive. Whereas the Doctor would do everything in his power to get these people to survive.
She'd be like me.
What?
I would just say leave them.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people.
Not this guy.
Oh, you're leaving them before he has a chance to even get a word out.
His back's turned and I'm stabbing him. No. But okay. What do you think of the creatures themselves? Because I really like the fact that again, right at the end there, he goes, it's part of their life cycle. It's not their fault. It's just part of them where they are just sort of. It's how they survive. I do like the fact that it wasn't necessarily a evil creature behind
with
it
brain and thinking
that wants to like destroy everything. Yeah.
Shit.
It literally is just a swarm that's just doing what its evolution has dictated to do.
Yeah, no, I thought they were cool.
Yeah. Just a cool design, like a metallic stingray. That was it.
Yeah, it didn't have anything else really going on.
I mean the flies, they
were cool.
They were cool. I thought I think
the chill guys.
Yeah, chill guys. Yeah. I'd have a brewski with them.
Yeah. No.
Just sort of
I would hang out with them.
Yeah. Eat some shit.
If I understood them.
Listen, if I'm eating shit without them, I might as well do it with them. So yeah, I think their design was good. The costume, the hair, makeup, and costume department, I think they would splice them to be able to make those look good. But I thought they were very good. The crew on board. Obviously, let's take a moment to remember the bus driver. And that's the only person that died.
He kind of deserved it.
Yeah.
If someone, I'm getting a bit off track here, but it's like if you're in a water in a lake or something like that, and someone says get out the water, and people are like, oh, like, get out the water.
Yeah, but okay.
If someone says don't go through there, don't go through there.
Yeah, but
especially if you've just transferred to a different planet.
But that's what I find again. But that's, I guess, is one of those things where again, look at the bus. You can see how battered it is from what it wasn't like that before we travelled through. Surely you should think a little bit like, oh, is this going to be safe for me to go through? But again, people desperate, emotions all over the place. He was the necessary thing that made us realise how, for us and also them in there, they realised, oh, it's not that simple. So there's that. All right, okay. So we had the crew on the crew on the bus were doing their parts. Like obviously the Doctor or Christina would tell them to do. They were their comedic relief. There was also a woman that was emotional. That was like, okay, bring it down. But you did think bring it down. Sorry, but like to bring it back down, sort of like rather than be like, oh, this is a bit of a.
I thought you were telling her to bring it down, like tone it down.
No. I mean, like to sort of bring you back to reality. So is it just sort of like, these lads have got shovels and they have like, it's like, oh, gold watch, it's fake. And it was like the whole sort of, oh, this is kind of serious. She's the level-headed one of all. You did think that the husband was going to die.
Oh yeah, because every time
they introduce
I feel like I like someone. They just try and kill them off.
Yeah.
And especially in the specials, well, it was in the Titanic episode, They just kept on killing every
Yeah,
single one that we were liking.
And the one that was an absolute arsehole was one of the ones that survived.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah,
I'm surprised. I'm happy for them. They can go home and have their chops.
Their chops,
and
yeah.
gravy.
But they didn't. Did they say it was? They didn't say if it was pork or lamb. What are you
No.
more? What are you more of? I'm more of a lamb chop.
I don't think I've had a pork chop.
No, Ma gives you pork chops.
I thought they were lamb chops.
No, Ma doesn't get lamb chops. Bitch, you don't get lamb chops. I don't think a Ma cooks lamb full stop.
Oh, so that's pork.
That's pork.
Oh, I don't
yeah.
like them. Lamb then.
Lamb. Oh my god. Sorry for anyone that's like vegan or vegetarian or pescatarian or whatever. Lamb chops. Oh, yeah. Sensational.
Maybe I haven't had them.
Maybe. I'll ask, but Ma doesn't do lamb that often. Anyway, they didn't mention what time. That's the main thing I was thinking. I was like, oh, I wonder what if they do mention it. But trying to revert back now is that it's the Easter special. There wasn't too much to eat. There was nothing. There was only a little bit Easter egg, nothing to do with Jesus. So this automatically goes to 0. By the way, nah. But the Easter special literally it was just at Easter, and they were like, "Here's the egg. It's Easter."
Yeah,
and then moving on. That's really not like with Christmas specials where it's like it's Christmas. Let's involve Christmas trees that throw baubles at you that explode, spinning Christmas trees. Let's include Santa. Let's include them going around. I'm trying to think of the old Nutcrackers, and I'm trying to think of all the other Christmas specials now. You know what I mean? Like, is it like they're not doing these like things to be like it's Christmas?
Yeah.
Like the snowflake star in the sky that basically ends up zapping people and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So. Yeah, so
it was just a normal.
Just a normal episode that just had an Easter egg in it at one point. I think the Doctor. I thought the Doctor did very good this episode. There was a lot of flirting. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, I think him and Christina worked well. But again, I like the fact that he then recognised what kind of person she was, and then at points took the step back to let her do a thing, and then she invited him in, and then he got in. So there was a sort of a to and fro there. Trying to think.
Malcolm. What a man.
What a mighty fine man. Lee Evans, man. I was going to say during the reaction, but I didn't. But do you think there was, for me, I think, was there a point where who was more excited to meet who? Because at this point, David Tennant is the darling of all.
You mean like the actors?
Yeah. Is it darling like who's going to be more sort of like, because there's going to be Lee Evans going like, that's fucking David Tennant. That's David Tennant. Or is it David Tennant going like, oh, that's Lee Evans.
I think it's David Tennant.
I think because Lee Evans was big in the 90s, so Tennant would have grown up with him. Not grown up with him, but you would have, like, as a young adult, would have seen some of his stuff. And even in the 2000s, oh god, some of his comedy special are brilliant. But yeah, so Malcolm, what a dude. Absolutely, that's me. And there's points where he pulls faces when he's doing his acting. Lee Evans has done a couple of acting roles. Did you ever watch Mouse Hunt? Was it?
No.
With the mouse in the house with mouse in the house. But it's about the mouse in this house that they inherited from a father, and they're trying to get rid of this mouse, and it just keeps on surviving. It's got Nathan Lane and Lee Evans in it. Have you seen Something About Mary? So there was a period where he was appearing in American films, and it was like, oh my god, is he going to start cracking it himself? Because he was like, again, people were like, this is Lee Evans, he's the product of Britain and like Super Chef, but he then came back, because I think he basically kind of retired early in the sense because of he wanted to spend time with his daughter, and so that was basically because she was growing up, so he didn't want to miss her. So I think he's semi-retired now. He just does a couple of acting gigs here and there for theatres. But yeah, what an absolute dude. I thought the unit woman, out of all the unit people at unit in the past, we've had people who were part of the army. This ones were more sort of like, oh, it's a doctor, we kind of need to listen to what he says, even though she was going to and I agree with her. I get her reasoning of like, I have to look after everyone else here. I get it. But I don't agree because I love the Doctor. But out of all of it, she did it out of the good of the will of the people. But before that, she wasn't ones where you're like, this is a fucking arsehole. Yeah. They knew their place in the sense that the Doctor knows everything. We need to kind of listen to him, and he is the saviour of Earth.
Yeah.
And even at the end, like there was like that little pally sort of thing with them. Was there anyone else other than we get to the ending? Thinking we discussed everyone. That was really the detective that really was just desperate to just arrest her no matter what. Who firstly he tried to stay on site when Unified Task Force were like, no, get fucked, nerd.
Yeah.
And then he at the end when she ran towards the doctor, decided to then run through all these other people, completely forgetting his role. And then in the middle was trying to command these people who were obviously above him to stop this person. It was just the most ridiculous. It reminded me of an 80s like film where this guy is so hell bent on stopping this person that they don't give a shit about what they do. Like, and it just ends up making it worse when they end up losing their job or getting demoted or something like that. It just reminded me of like that trope, and I was just like, this guy's such a dweeb. But I love this trench coat though. It was a good beige trench coat. I liked that. Very nice. It was a detective trench coat that you would get in America. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say in the 80s.
Yeah, but in America for me, or maybe in the 80s here. Maybe I'm thinking more about in America would be. Whereas I don't know. I feel like here it may have been more leather rather than the beige. Anyway, this is a weird way to go with this. All right, they've flew the wormhole now. The doctor's like, nah, you can't come with me. What do you think of that?
Surprised.
Surprised?
That was like, I wouldn't have been so surprised if it was just like no in general and he gave different reasoning. No, but it was because he was so just like blunt at the start. That's what kind of shocked me. But and now he's saying never again. Well, we know it's not going to be never again. But I have been thinking, like, is he gonna have a companion in this next season? I'm just trying to think, like, when would he get one? Would he want one after all this trauma he's been through? I don't know. I'm really confused whether he's gonna have a companion.
Well,
or not.
think about it. He obviously Doctor's companions before all this. He's been through loads and as I said, sorry, but this alone, he had Rose. And she got trapped on the other in a parallel universe. Then had Martha, who was sort of the bridge gap between like sort of the rebound. That ended up not being a rebound. That's not me saying, but for his it was in that sense that then rejected him because just when he was like getting to the point of like, oh, we continue this, she was like, I can't be this girl to you. I have to be able to have my own life. So then you then have Astrid in Voyage of the Dam. So just when he was about to move on from Martha and Rose, no. What was the Christmas special? Hold on. Look away. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Just trying to think of the specials. End of season 3. Oh, it was Voyage. Yeah, sorry. So I was... Yeah, no. Yeah, it was Voyage. Okay, don't look. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, then we had Astrid, Kylie Minogue's character, that ends up like just when he's like, oh yeah, I'll bring you to the stairs. Bam. She's gone. Then you have this person who then is... It's just his best friend who's just amazing. And she then gets ripped away from him in the most horrible way possible, in the sense that she's been not just as in she's physically not with him, she mentally isn't with him either because he doesn't exist to her anymore, and it's just horrifying. So at this point, it's like him saying no. It's like, yeah, buddy, pump the brakes. You can't keep doing this. So I get what you mean. You don't know necessarily. At what point will he, won't he? Which is, which go back, because again, when you got this, you're like, that's what everyone wanted. Everyone wanted them to be companions going forward, etc., etc. Because they just wanted it. Because again, like I said, the apple of Britain, apple of Britain. Sorry, the apple. She's the what's that saying? She's the apple of my eye. The apple of my eye. That's it. What'd you say?
The tree.
No, apple. When they say you're an apple, she was like the apple of Britain in that sort of sense. Like everyone was like, oh, there we go. So everyone was like, this is going to be a pair dynamic that is going to be insane. But yeah. So he just needs to process his trauma a little bit, and then we'll go from there. We all need that time. We need a beat sometimes. He will knock 4 times.
I have no clue.
Yeah.
No clue. Don't know what it means. It could be like next season, because, or like at the very end of next season, we'll understand what it means, and they've just planted it this early.
Well,
because they tend to do shit like that.
So you know what? Do you remember what she said before that? I think your song
Your
is
song
ending.
is nearly ended or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is that the first time we've heard that?
The Ood said it. That's what I thought when she said it.
Yeah. So that was episode 3 of 4. So season 4, episode 3. We've then had pretty much 10 episodes later. No, by this point, 11, I guess. That's episode. Yeah. So
I've got it all figured out.
Oh, pray tell.
I've
Please.
got it all figured out.
Go.
The song that's ending is Tennant, right? And he's gonna regenerate, and that's why they're doing filler episodes before the start of the next season. And he's gonna regenerate as the next Doctor, and there's gonna be a new companion. Boom.
Okay, I wouldn't say they're filler episodes. I thought they're just episodes
Without a number. So
I'd say
filler
stop. I'd
episodes-
say stopgap episodes, probably.
Right, yeah,
What
so
your
they're
term?
just-
Because filler
They're
is
just
more.
giving people more Tennant to make them feel happy, and then they're just gonna rip that all away, and do us all dirty and bring someone new in.
All right, okay. Stopgap episodes is the best way because filler episodes are more to do with writing. I think you've got a more, and I think I've always said this is that filler episodes I don't think is a thing. If you can develop the story, if you don't have to develop story, but to develop characters and their relationships, then that's not a filler episode. That's just an episode that maybe you just didn't think was going to go the way you thought. So I don't agree with filler episodes, but I think you mean stopgap episode in the sense that they're stopping off just to consider this point, and until they move on to the next
that's
season.
what I mean.
Okay,
what I mean.
that's fine. Well, that's your theory. What I will say is, what's the best way to say this? No, I won't. Oh.
How long has Tennant been the Doctor since season 2?
Season 2. So you had season 2, season 3, season 4, and now we're on the special spare.
You go 4 seasons. No, I'm gonna stick with what I'm saying.
Okay, that's fair enough. Again, Well, I was going to ask you any theories and stuff like that, so that's what you're going with. I won't poo-poo them, and I won't agree with them. I will leave it as it is. But overall, I think we should probably wrap up because this is getting close to being in here for nearly 2 hours now, and I can't remember if I turned down the heat on my food, so I'm a little bit worried. But overall, happy.
Yep.
Yeah.
That.
Got the game. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, I'm probably going to grab them in a couple of days to do the next one. So, this should be fresh in your memory in about 2 days, right?
Can you let me know whether the next episode is like the start of season 5 or not? Or is it another like?
No, this is the era of this bit here is specials.
So
I'm not going to tell you at what point the specials end and stuff like that.
Okay.
But
Right.
it may become apparent, it may not. That's mean. But yeah, I won't tell you that bit. But but what I can tell you is the next episode is also a special. How about that?
Okay.
Even though this is, I told you, the specials era. So.
But I just thought maybe like specials dotted around the season. I didn't think it was like just a bunch of specials before season 5.
Yeah, so there's again then in the future there is a period where they have a big gap in between seasons due to whatever reason, whether that's conflict with writing. There's been writer strikes that have caused it. There's been conflicts with contracts and stuff like that. There's been when they've had to go away and film and other stuff, they won't be able to work around it. So that's why there tends to be stop gaps between seasons. So just thought, because that happens later on as well. So just thought I'd let you know. But overall, happy with the episode.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So we're going to leave it there, guys. So thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please like the video. Comment down below. What do you think of this special? Do you like Charlie prefer this more so than the Christmas specials because it was less themed of where it's at? What do you think of Lady Christina D'Souza? Did you want her to be companion? Would you still like to see her as a companion? Is she a companion in the future? Who knows? This guy doesn't know. What did you think of the whole he will knock 4 times and that beat of him going like, nah, you're not getting aboard, fuck off. What do you think of that bit? What do you think of Malcolm? And overall, what do you think of the episode? That'd be great. If you like these types of videos, please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, get a notification every time I upload. Bunch of other videos around here to do me and other people. Like, I do this with him every 2 weeks on a Saturday. I also do New Who by myself. New Who by myself. Season 1 and 2 and the specials with Shooty up there now. I also do Marvel stuff. I did the films, Phase 1 to 3, The Infinity Saga. I did those with my mate Josh. He hadn't seen them. They're a little bit rough because when they first started my channel, but I still think they're good. I also do the TV shows, have done since Moon Knights. Most recently was Daredevil Born Again, and by the time this comes out I probably would have started Ironheart or finished it. I can't remember. I also do Star Wars reactions, have done since Obi-Wan Kenobi. Most recently was Andor Season 2, and coming up I'll do Ahsoka Season 2, and I'll be also do weekly releases of the Bad Batch. Most recently I did Last of Us Season 2, coming up I'll be doing The Boys Season 5, Fallout Season 2, Rings of Power Season 3, House of Dragons Season 3, Peacemaker Season 2. I do DC stuff as well. I did the Penguins Season 1 and Creature Commanders, etc, etc. So if anything like that sounds like it takes your fancy, guys, like, subscribe, notification bell, all that jazz. But thank you again for watching, and we'll see you out there. I am so fucking hungry. I don't, like, and I'm all the way through that reaction, I've been sort of like, I've left that heat on the food.
Man probably turned it down though, huh?
Alright, never go beat up those kids now.